And welcome to another edition of Stack Your Live. As always, I'm Matt, and we're with RJ. RJ, how are you today?
You know what, Matt? I found one of my new great loves, which is Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. I also have Coke Zero because I also love that. It's the members only lounge on the Stack Your Points Discord is the Coke Zero lounge. So I am very happy. I have enough caffeine to get us through a conversation about Southwest, which is always something I need caffeine to participate in.
Yeah. Oh, wow. The pod fluid is very loud when it pops. There we go. So we got a couple folks joining us, and we'll get started in a little bit. We have a couple things to go over. We got MR joining us. Welcome, MR. Juan Meow Mix. I think this is the right place. It is, in fact, the right place, Juan. So thank you so much. Texas Dog joining us. Thank you so much. And there we go. So we'll let folks stream in from other lives. I know Luke is still live at the moment. I believe he's still live at the moment. So, we'll wait to jump into the main event. We have Southwest to talk about. We have the Rakuten cards to talk about. The Rakuten card to talk about. And Alaska and Hawaiian have let loose some more information about their impending combination of loyalty programs. So we will see what happens there. So we got Seabass joining us as well. Clinton Woodward, welcome, sir. Greetings, fellow credit card nerds and Coke Zero drinkers. I, not so much a Coke Zero drinker. I prefer Pepsi Zero Sugar, but it's all kind of the same. Because
it's the wrong star, but it's the right nerdiness.
Yes.
Because these are the Star Wars cans.
MR, did Southwest stop being trash lately? I've been out of touch lately. They're doing stuff.
We'll talk about it. We're going to talk about it. I have purposely not looked at the Southwest news today. I started Matt's video. He got to the 10,000 mile offer, and I said, you know what? I'm going to live react on the live in our preparation for this podcast. I did no preparation. That was my preparation. So I'm going to live react in a few minutes. Meowmix, you have no idea how much joy it brings me to know that you are watching us on a 43-inch QLED TV. It is my favorite thing that the lives produce is people watching us on television, because Matt and I are roughly the same age. When we were children and we stayed home from school, or there was a snow day, whatever, there was Sally Jesse Raphael, there was Montel Williams, there was Ricky Lake, there were all of those TV shows. And I, for a moment, get to pretend that I am on one of those television shows when I see a photo of this podcast on a TV. I get to relive the 90s. So it brings me great joy.
I get to now claim I am a very, very minor internet TV star. So that's a fun thing I can put on a business card, the size of a credit card. Seabass just picked up the Rakuten card. Gonna earn for Amex points. There you go. And his favorite restaurant by the house is in their dining program. Even better. Zero doesn't do it for me. So Texas Dog prefers Diet Coke and Diet Dr. Pepper. A couple other good evenings were interspaced in there. So we got that. Juan drinks cherry Coke when he feels fancy. Texas
cherry
is watching
Coke
us.
Is very nice.
Yes. Juan's watching. I'm sorry. Texas Dog is watching us on a 75-inch Samsung TV.
Ooh.
Ron joining us. Robert J. Also on a 55-inch TV. And Keith only watches on TV, lives on TV. So there we go. So,
guys, you don't understand the joy this brings. This truly brings me such joy. Like, we will one day have a contest. I've said this before. We will one day have a contest where you each submit a photo of either the Stack Your Points or live on a TV or an iPad or phone in an interesting location, because not everybody wants to do it on the TV. But we will one day have a contest, and it makes me so happy. It just really does. It's the little things in life, Matt.
If you hear Bush tell it, it's the little things that kill.
We got some super chats. We're popping off early tonight.
We do. Ron dropping $1.99 super chat. We got Double dropping us a $2 super chat. Hello, friends. Only here for a second. Dad duty. There we go. Clinton mentioned that he booked in the Chase travel portal at 1.75 point boost against every fiber of his being to use the travel portal, but the price was right. And sometimes that's all it takes.
Here's what I'll say to that, Clinton. I am not a huge fan of portals, right, Matt? I've been saying this for a very long time. I have become more of a fan of portals because the Delta portal will give me MQDs.
Yep.
Which makes me happy. So there are times in life where using a portal to end up at a different location is the right choice instead of booking direct. I still, in almost every circumstance, if I can book direct, will, but there are times when it just makes sense to use the portal. As much as the portal, I wish it wasn't necessary, but sometimes it is. So don't feel bad about the 1.75. It is a necessary evil.
Soon as they start doing regular hotels with the loyalty programs, I will go ham in the portal.
You will be a portal man.
Yeah, I will. MR mentions that it's not about the inches, it's about the contrast ratio. Well, we only stream in 1080. I'm not paying for 4K. So unless y'all want to get really heavy-handed with the super chats, which obligation, we will continue to stream in 1080. So there we go. We got Josh Giebel joining us. Greetings, Josh. Hopefully California is treating you well. Refundable up to the day prior, so that helps in making it tolerable. That always helps.
I will say portals sometimes have extra features, like fine hotels and resorts with Amex, I know, have different features. Sometimes there are benefits that you don't get booking direct if you don't have a certain status, which is always helpful. So portals are not evil. They're just not usually my first inclination.
Yes. So it was loyalty eligible as well, and you mentioned that it was Citizen M, which Marriott closed on buying today. So Citizen M will be joining Marriott officially at some point. This might be a way to start getting Marriott into the general travel portal for points and nights. We'll see, but yeah. I found that flight routes that aren't available by booking direct work best for a schedule. There you go. Hanging out at an Orange County Panera. All right. Well, the partner is at Disneyland. Got it.
I'm assuming that's a work trip, which I love that we can say that is a work trip for you, Josh.
You can expense it. Keith was approved for the IHG premiere today. Really want to focus on status and direct booking and booking directly with the hotels, and that makes sense. If you have
that is a great card.
Yeah, if you have the card direct, with that partner, you're going to get a boatload of points and go from there. So yeah, when you buy status really, really helps.
Everybody, please know that your photos in the Discord of watching us on your televisions, just all of the joy. Even when I'm biting a hangnail, it's truly all of the joy.
All right. Went to check to see if my request was successful, to see if I could game the get gold status for a year bit on the Sapphire Reserve, because the Sapphire Reserve couldn't just be given Marriott gold status. They handed out like candy, but no. You have to earn it by paying for 3 nights.
Matt, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why do you want Marriott status? Why specifically do you want Marriott status?
Me? Oh, no, I don't. I'm just jealous of the fact that 18 different types of credit card get Marriott Gold. My $795 lifestyle card does not.
You do not have a $795 lifestyle card. You have a $550 lifestyle card right now,
which also does not give it.
Yes, but I'm just saying you do not technically have the new reserve.
No, I don't. I am just, yeah. Anyway, so we'll jump in. Yeah, it's been about 10 minutes. Let's jump in. We've got changes to talk about to the Southwest cards. And I'm going to bring up the direct channel, the direct page itself. So we're not going to go through Danny the Guru on this one. We've got the Southwest Rapid Rewards Plus card, the Premier, Priority, and the business cards. All have new annual fees, all have new welcome offers. Now, let me just say from jump, the personal cards, all 100,000 points on $4,000 in spend in the first 5 months of holding the card. The business Premier is 60,000 points on 3,000 spend in the first 3 months, and the business performance is 80,000 points on 5,000 spend in the first 3 months. So those are your welcome offers across the board. The the Plus rewards card goes from $69 to $99. The Premier goes from I think it was $99 up to $149, and the Priority card went from $169 up to $229 because those are numbers.
Why must numbers not be at the round points? Why must they be at the weird points, Matt?
Don't ask me. Ask the folks down in Texas.
I mean, they did nicely give you the first checked bag free now because they've taken it away from everybody else.
Yes. Across the board, your first check bag free for you and 8 additional passengers is free. So if you have a family of 4 doing a round trip, that's $280 in savings. If you have a contingent of 8 doing round trip, that is $560 in savings. That's on various annual fees. More than generous.
I save so much money by being in first class now. I don't think I've paid a baggage fee since the Bush administration.
Getting rid of the travel credit is we'll get into that in just a minute. One of them had a $75 travel credit, not so much anymore, but we'll get there.
Put the comments down. We'll go one thing at a time.
Sorry. MR, I'm assuming Bush 2.
Yes, Bush 2. I'm not old enough for Bush 1.
Yeah.
I mean, I was alive, but I was not booking my own travel at that age.
Yes. So they all have 100,000 point offers. They all have free check bag. They also all come with boarding benefit of all being in group 5 for whatever that means.
How many groups do they have? Because 5 seems real back of the plane if you've got like their high-end card.
Well, there's going to be pre-boarding, there's going to be military, there's going to be those who need assistance, those with small children, and then A-list, preferred, and credit card holders, I'm assuming.
I don't have good context on this because because I'm in first class, I'm among the very first on the plane. So my disdain of seeing group 5 just makes like organs inside of me twitch.
All right. The Priority comes with 10,000 companion pass qualifying points boost each year. I think they all do, but I know that the Priority definitely does. The Priority also comes with the ability to spend toward A-list status. You can earn 2,500 tier qualifying points toward A-list status for every $5,000 in spend in purchases annually, accelerating your way to A-list status. I think for A-list, it's something like 50,000. I don't remember.
That's a lot of spend to get to A-list. Like that is a ridiculous amount of spend.
If you didn't have a card that gave you a really quick way to get to Delta Silver, it would be a huge amount of spend to get to Delta status as well.
No, it wouldn't. Okay, let me back up. I don't usually use my Delta card to buy Delta tickets. I use my Platinum. So I will spend $5,000 to get to whatever level I'm going to.
Right. But without the MQD boost, 2,500 MQDs on just the reserve at 10 MQDs per dollar, or $10 per MQD would be $25,000 for 2,500.
Right. But if you buy the ticket from Delta, you get MQDs from buying the ticket.
Yeah, and the same would likely be true here. This is giving you tier qualifying points for every $5,000 in spend.
I'm just saying it's a lot for Southwest. I'm not saying like it's a card thing. I'm saying it's a lot for Southwest.
Oh yeah, no, this is a dying company. This is like the last breaths of like we need to be like we need to find a way to be profitable, and everybody else uses their credit cards.
So Keith has a good question in a super. So I'm shouting you out, Keith. I think there are two things that are true. I think one, we're all jaded. We are all so deeply jaded. And two, I think that there is a reorganization going on that is changing priorities. The companies are trying to adjust the priorities instead of having the sort of consumer base tell them what they want. They're trying to tell the consumer base. So I think both things are happening, but some of it is I truly just think we're jaded.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely am.
Oh, definitely. God, no. Oh, God, no. You haven't been unjaded since probably Bush, the first one.
I used to have hope.
Obama?
Then 2002 happened.
Yeah.
So the Southwest Priority, the big kicker for the Southwest Priority is you're going to be able to do an extra legroom seat upgrade. So enjoy unlimited upgrades to an extra legroom seat within 48 hours prior to departure at no additional charge when available. I do not know what the cost differential between a regular seat and extra legroom is going to be. Again, all of this is changing for Southwest. I am not as up to date on how much of a savings this is going to be, but a $229 card will always get you extra legroom if extra legroom is available.
Matt, I think MR has just won the comment game for the
I mean, MR, if you wanna fund me doing some charts and some 90-minute infomercials,
was it Ross Perot that got in the tank?
Or was that was Michael Dukakis.
Michael Dukakis, okay.
Yeah, no, Ross Perot did the.
I remember the charts from. I remember the charts. I could not remember who got in the tank.
Yep. No, it was Dukakis in the tank. That was silly. Also wanted to shout out QC Man for dropping a $199 super sticker. Thank you so much for that. So let's go back in. Complimentary preferred seat at booking. So, a little bit more savings here and there. Spend your way to A-list. Whoop-de-doo. New points on the card. So every anniversary, they're going to give you 7,500 points. If you value the points at a penny per point, which they're worth a little bit more than a penny per point, but for simple math's sake, penny per point, $75 each year that they're giving you on the card in points. Is it great? It's better than nothing, but they did used to have a $75 travel credit, which is no longer available after this year. So there's that. New earning benefit. You're going to earn 4 points per dollar on Southwest purchases. They want you to make Southwest purchases with your Southwest card. Funny that. And 2 points per dollar on gas stations and restaurants, 1 point per dollar everywhere else. Southwest is now retiring all of their previous earn rates, but they are still eligible to earn through the end of the year. This is 2 points per dollar on Rapid Rewards hotel and car rental partners, 2 points per dollar on local transit commuting and rideshare, and 2 points per dollar on internet, cable, and phone services. You'll also get 4 upgraded bookings each year when available for 2025 flights. So you'll have 4 upgraded boardings for the remainder of the year. So this is the priority card. This is the top end card. The points on gas station and restaurant is unlimited, so that's a plus. It's fine. Losing the travel credit hurts, but you still get companion pass points every year. You still get 7,500 points each year.
Does it hurt that and I'm asking this legitimately. I'm not trying to be a smart ass.
Yeah.
But does it actually yes, taking things off of cards that people like is bad. But does it actually, it's a $75 credit. It's not like they took the $300 travel credit off of the Sapphire Reserve. right? Like, they're giving you some points, they're giving you companion points, they're giving you new benefits for spent. Like, in the grand scheme of things, does it actually hurt? Because I don't know if I would say hurt. Like, it sucks to lose a benefit, but I would not go so far as to say it hurts.
I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't go so far as to say it hurts either. I have been reading the feedback on my video where like that has been the major complaint. As with all things, we just kind of have to see, because like the big thing when the Sapphire Reserve change happened was everybody was complaining about points boost, and now you are seeing some folks who are getting some value out of points boosts and maybe starting to reassess a little bit. So it's not the it's not the best, it's not the worst, but in terms of the overall changes, it's not a bad card. You get no foreign transaction fees on the card, 25% on in-flight on 25% off in-flight purchases. It's fine. 229's maybe a little heavy, but it's not bad. Could be worse. I will
Southwest is a B-list airline, and they have a B-list card. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, this is fine to me. Like, I get it if you're a Southwest devotee and you lost $75, you feel I'm sorry, but like, this is fine. Like, the company's gonna go out of business or be bought, but like, the card's fine. I don't have a ton of complaints here.
If Southwest lasts to the end of the decade, I will be mildly impressed. Complimentary seat. So we're looking at the Premier now. Complimentary preferred seat within 48 hours prior to departure when available. This card will also give you 15% flight discount, so receive a 15% promo code each year on your card member anniversary, and it excludes basic fares, so there's that. So you'll get 15% off of a flight every year. Hey, could be worse. Value that how you see fit. You can spend your way to A-list status. You'll earn 1,500 tier qualifying points toward A-list status for every 5,000 in spend. So it's a little bit worse than the priority, but it makes sense that you wouldn't get as much qualifying points. I just don't like that it's the same spend figure. But again, dying airline makes a certain amount of sense. Still not amazing. So those are the big benefits there. Yep.
The Delta Reserve is what? 1 for every 10 on the Reserve and 1 for every 20 on the Platinum. So, it's fine. Like, you're going to have your lower cards not earn as much. If they had done 1,500 for 3, like, that doesn't actually help the math. Yes, I'm talking about math. So I think they kind of have to keep the spend the same and then have the lower qualifying number. So I actually don't have a problem with that one.
No, it checks out. It's on first glance and not like being in the program, it looks a little bit weird, but the math does math on that one. I'm not gonna say it doesn't. 6,000 points every year on your card member anniversary. At a penny per point, $60. 3 times points per dollar on Southwest airline purchases, 2 points per dollar when you spend on grocery stores and restaurants for the first $8,000 in combined purchases per anniversary year. I think that's a Chase thing, not so much a Southwest thing, but there you go. Sure. The cap isn't terrible, but Kid would laugh at it. Greg would laugh at it.
Kid laughs at the gold limit on food. Like, he is an aberration of an aberration.
Yes.
And I say that with all the love in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. This card's also losing the same earnings on 2% categories, so or 2x categories. Rapid Rewards, hotel and car rentals, the local transit and commuting, the internet, cable, and phone services, all ending at the end of the year. If you get the card now, you'll still be able to earn those on those purchases through the end of the year, and the 2 early bird check-ins will be ending this year as well. So you'll get 2 early bird check-ins by the end of the year. If you don't use it, you'll lose it, is what it is.
Yeah.
So that's the Premier $149 annual fee. It's fine.
It's worse than the top end card because it's less money and it will give you less things.
Yeah. The Plus card, first check bag free. We already did that. Complimentary standard seat, 48 hours prior to departure. Okay.
There's something below standard? Like, but standard is the like
everybody has that.
Do words not mean things anymore?
It's the airline industry. Words have never meant things.
God, look, I
very
know
privileged sitting in first class.
I know I sound very privileged, but dear God, am I glad I don't have to deal with this bullshit.
Yeah. So
you guys never been happier.
Yeah, well, there you go. You get 10% flight discount on the Premier on the Plus card. So 10% discount code every year on the Plus, 15 on the Premier. Other cool stuff on the Priority. Boarding benefit I already talked about. The Plus card is now no foreign transaction fee, so that's cool. And that's kind of like the best thing I can highlight there. You get 3,000 points every card member anniversary year, 2 points per dollar on Southwest purchases, 2 points per dollar when you spend on gas stations and grocery stores in the first $5,000 in combined purchases per anniversary year. If for whatever crazy reason you wanted to get both the Plus and Premier card, you could get 26,000 points on grocery just by spending $13,000 between two credit cards. Which is silly.
I'd rather get my wisdom teeth pulled out again, put them back into my jaw, and then retake them out than to do that.
It's fair. I'd rather be mauled by a bear. And then you're losing the same 2% categories across the board, the early bird check-in. So that's the Plus card. Ho-hum. Changes to the Business Premier. They do have new benefits. First check bag free. We never heard that before. Complimentary preferred seat within 48 hours of departure. Spend your way to A-list. You'll earn 2,000 tier qualifying points for every $5,000 in spend here. You get the 15% flight discount, boarding benefit, 10,000 companion pass points every year. This will earn 2 points per dollar on gas station and restaurant purchases up to $8,000 per anniversary year. 6,000 points every card member anniversary. You're losing the $500 fee credit for point transfers per year, so that's not cool. And then the 2 points per dollar on local transit and Rapid Rewards hotels, that's ending by the end of the year. So is the early bird check-in. The Premier Business card is now a $149 annual fee. And now the most expensive card with a $299 annual fee is the Performance Business.
Yep. 1 second. I want to answer something that MR said. If you didn't get checked bags for free, would you still check bags, or is everyone here a carry-on? I am a carry-on person. I carry a backpack and a carry-on. Shout out to Travel Pro because I love my Travel Pro bag. It is fantastic. What I do sometimes, though, is if I'm coming home, everything important goes in the backpack, and then I check my carry-on so I don't have to deal with, depending on how long my layover is, depending on if I'm traveling with other people. I will check it on the way home, because if I'm going home and the clothes in the bag don't make it, or make it a couple of days later, I don't care.
Yeah, that's no big deal. Yeah.
So if I do have to check a bag, I'm checking it on the way back. And that is something that I do not think enough people think about doing, is like, you don't have to check it both ways. Like, if you just want to check it on the way home because you don't want to have to deal with it, like, my backpack's easy, right? It just goes, it's easy to navigate. But if I have a tight layover and I don't want to have to deal with getting the carry-on out and stuff, easiest decision. And women do tend to bring more clothes. So all of the comments about wives and kids, yeah, that is a thing that we do. And strollers and whatever. So yeah, but I wanted to pull that out there because I don't hack travel, but my travel hack is check your bag on the way back so you don't have to deal with
it. No. Oh, Texas asked earlier, how do these changes impact ability to earn Companion Pass? So far, they do not. You can earn Companion Pass with just the same way that you are earning them already, including welcome offers. So 1 or 2 cards gets you a welcome offer pretty easily. And right now, with the 5 months, if you milked it all the way to, I think it's 4 or 5 months, if you milked it all the way to the last statement period, you could get the Companion Pass early next year. So nothing has changed with Companion Pass so far. Any changes to Companion Pass are not likely to be until like sometime in 2026 or 2027. So nothing changes with Companion Pass for the moment.
And Keith, I agree. These cards are boring. Like, they fit Southwest as in what they're giving you, but they're not exciting cards.
No, they're not the most exciting things, but I do know that Southwest is like the Southwest card refresh is kind of just like the next thing on the checklist for Chase. So they've gotten this done. Now it's going to be, is it going to be the Freedoms next, or is it going to be the Sapphire Preferred and the Ink Preferred? And don't touch the inks.
Yeah, because they're going to leave the inks exactly how they are, Matt. Yep, not going to change a thing.
Don't touch the ink cash. Do whatever you want to the Ink Unlimited.
Yeah, that's not like
let me live in my fantasy world before I shove myself off to Stovo Core. I can't, because it wouldn't even be a Warriors deck. You know what? Leave me alone.
Are you going to fight Chase? Is that how you do your Warriors death? That you just go there with a bat lift and they're like, all right, we're doing this, Chase, and just start hitting the building?
Nah, man, I got one of those pain sticks. That's what I'm going to do. There's nothing new here that I haven't already talked about in the new benefits.
Yeah, no, these cards are dreadfully they're fine. Like, they're fine. As I said, this is a B-list airline. They're B-list cards. They're fine. Double, you can keep dreaming, my friend. I hope they get rid of those embossed letters for you, but the cards are changing.
Anyway, the performance business is losing a couple of big benefits. The $500 fee credit, you're losing up to 365 in-flight Wi-Fi credits per year, and the 4 upgraded boardings. But other than that, your new benefits were gas and restaurants and hotel accommodations booked directly with the hotel. You get 2 points per dollar. Why is the business card? Okay. Matt, it just seems like the business cards are personal cards as well on that one.
Matt, I'm gonna ask you a legitimate question.
Yes.
And this actually probably could be a topic on the show. At this point in the year 2025, do you really think the banks are like, we need to laser focus on making a business card solely for business people? We don't want any personal spend. We don't want any swipes that are not purely business related. In fact, we're going to have the IRS audit. They don't give a fuck. They do not give a fuck, because every time you swipe that card, they're making money. Amex especially. You want to say you got a lemonade stand outside, you probably can get an Amex business card. Now, I am a champion of you should be very careful about business cards, and I still advocate that position. But from a bank perspective, they do not give a fuck.
No, they definitely don't give a fuck. I know they don't give a fuck. I don't know. They're business.
They're catering to incentive. They have no incentive. Corporate cards are incentivized to business, and there are some business cards that are great for business, but they're also kind of great for everybody else, right? The Amex Business Gold card is a beast of a card because they have 3 or 4 categories that you can use for business, but you can also kind of use them for personal. Apple, I got the Mac Pro that runs Stack Your Points. I got 16,000 MR points when I bought that sucker because I bought it on my Business Gold. They don't care. They've created 2 classes of cards, and one class of cards they don't have to do consumer protections on, and we're all dumb enough to sign up for it. They have, you want to talk about brainwashing the masses, convincing us that business cards are a good fit for non-business people because a 524 is the biggest con job that banks have pulled on people for 15 years, but we're all dumb enough to sign up for them. I say that as I technically have 5 with Amex right now. I am pot and kettle, but I am still calling everybody out, including myself. Double, thank you for joining us, and thank you for the $2.
The extra $2. All right, so that's the Southwest cards. They are not particularly interesting, but it's the next thing on the checklist. There is an audience for it. That is why I brought it up. But yeah.
No. We have to talk about it because that's what we do, but we also can pan it because that's what we also do.
Yeah, usually when I pan cards, I get like roasted for it.
Texas dog, I have lots of feelings about a lot of things. So, I'd also just like some brisket right now, speaking of Texas.
Same.
Brisket, like a brisket sandwich right now would be so good. I can have the roll, you can't, but I would do some things for a brisket sandwich right now. QC man, I think people want to bypass that 524 because the sheer panic and amount of underwear changes when Chase reported some business cards to personal for a minute accidentally was shocking. The amount of people who needed to go change their pants.
Keith, to your question, why do the hotels have the most interesting cards? Is because locals with hotels is easy to switch. Switching banks and airline programs is more difficult and less competitive.
Yeah. There's more competition. There's actually more hotel programs.
Yeah. Choice, when Choice has a strong credit card and they enter the chat, IHG has to take notice. When Hilton has a really strong credit card and enters the chat, Marriott has to take notice. When Hyatt decides to buy more hotels, everyone kind of raises their eyebrow and then asks, Are they drunk? Because they probably are.
Like, you can't the way that hotels work, especially with most of the hotel brands not actually owning the hotels anymore, and like brands being able to switch, you can't do to hotels what you did to airlines. You can't just have United, Delta, and AA. You have to be allowed to have more because there are just more hotels, right? More hotel programs, more hotel everything. You can't consolidate the way you did with airlines. So I think they're always going to be more interesting. And also, most people, like, I do substantially more trips in a year than my Delta account would have you believe, because I don't fly everywhere I go for a trip. I live in a part of a country where I can drive to a vast amount of the country, different states, and I get hotels in those states, but I don't need to get on a plane. A lot of people, the Midwest, 19 hours in a car, I take a plane. It's only 19 hours. Like East Coast, Maine to Florida, we're not going to fly that. We're going to bond together in a road trip. So like flying is, I think, different. And I think the cards reflect that versus hotels, which are much, much more competitive.
AP, I don't know. There's only like 4 of them.
Yeah. I use Enterprise. I don't know why. Just the app I like the best, I think. And I won't use Hertz.
Enterprise is nice. Hertz with their AI nonsense needs to stop.
Also arresting people.
Also arresting people is probably not the best thing to do to keep clients happy, but is what it is. The rental programs, there was also huge consolidation there where like Budget is Avis, National is Enterprise, Hertz has its own small brand, I think Thrifty, I want to say.
I believe so.
You've got the big 3 in the United States, and then in Europe you've got Sixt, and they don't care. They don't have credit card programs. They're partnered with various airlines, so you can earn airline miles instead of their points. So I don't know. But we have another new credit. We have a new credit card to talk about. This one from Rakuten. And with regards to the name of our podcast, this card is a point stacking. I can't call it a point stacking machine. This card is a point stacking specialist. How about that?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So the new Rakuten card, it is issued by Imprint. It will not count toward your American Express card totals. It is powered by American Express. So it's an American Express payment network. No annual fee. You'll get a $25 bonus for spending $500 on the card. Weak, but like could be worse. You could get nothing. And you'll get up to 4% cash back. And the cash back is 4% cash back on your first $7,000 in purchases in a calendar year. but this is also on top of whatever you are purchasing through Rakuten. So if there's a 10% cashback sale at Reebok and you use this credit card to pay, you're going to get 14%.
Right.
Which ain't bad.
No.
So I think this is a interesting specialist card, especially if you are in an American Express setup and you can move your cashback from Rakuten out as points for.
Do you think you're going to be able to get more than 100%? Because there are occasionally specials that it's 100% back. If you're using 100% offer plus 4, can you get 104%?
Yeah, I think in my example, I was mentioning Norton LifeLock, which is always like 90. They do the big 95X.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason that this shouldn't be 99, right? So when Express or Shark VPN
100% for like the look up a person service that is always there, it's like 100% back the first time you use it. That'll be 104. I'm literally wondering if you can go above 100 on that. Like, would you get it? Would you get extra? Matt, get this card and go check.
Believe so.
For science.
QC man, ooh, pre-3 bat minimum. Oh, this is a loogie.
Maybe this is Knuckleballer. This is Tim Wakefield.
I'm kind of excited for the Knuckleballers coming up, the ones who can throw the Knuckler at 85. But yeah, no, this is Matt Stairs. This is what's his name? He played for the Mets. Manny
Machado?
No. He's at one point considered the greatest pinch hitter in Major League Baseball.
I am never going to be able to get this name. Dickey.
All right, Dickey. Robert Allen Dickey. He had no his owner cruciate was gone.
Literally calling out from the chat.
Oh, sorry. Lenny Harris. Thank you so much, QC man. That's who I was thinking of. And then I had like Manny Acta in my head. And Manny Acta is not Lenny Harris. Lenny Harris is amazing.
Here's the thing, Keith, you mentioned people are going to abuse this. The thing is, like, yes, some people will abuse this, right? But also, like, Amex is going to get Amex gets a cut of that in a way that is distant from their own cards. I don't necessarily think they care. Also, if it does become a problem, they just put a cap on. Like, that's the thing about people abusing.
That is Rewards Network. Okay, you're going to get 10% instead of, whatever you get from your airline, whatever you get eventually from Rove. So there's that to consider. But how often are you going to a Rewards Network dining establishment?
And like, here's something that I genuinely don't understand. So I am not somebody who will go get gift cards to do stuff with, right? Like, that's not really my bag. Like, you still have to spend the money on the gift cards, right? Like, so if you go to a restaurant just because it's, 10% back, like if you go to an O'Toole's or something, right? Like, and spend $500 to get the MR points, like, you still just spent $500 that you didn't have to spend, right? Like, I think sometimes people get so wrapped up in, oh, I can break this. Like, they don't realize you've got to spend money to break it, and you could just not spend the money, and then you have the $500.
Yeah, no. So Texas mentioned that we froze for about 30 seconds. Apologies on that, and Clinton verified that it was us. So sorry, guys. Go to New York City this weekend. There's a Rakuten restaurant in every block. Yeah, so like big cities, there's going to be a differential. I think so. The card is not terribly exciting. I will not say that the card is the greatest thing since sliced bread, obviously, but the card, if you're in American Express, right, the way that RJ is in American Express, the way that some of us are in American Express, and like membership rewards make our hearts go pitter patter.
Honestly, you know who this card would like, and I am not suggesting he get another card. I am not suggesting he get another card. I'm not suggesting he get another card. But
corner.
I'm not suggesting you get another card right now.
Corner.
Craig.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, no.
No, that's not. No, like if somebody wanted to try MR and they had the green or the gold, like this is a way to try MR in a different way, right? Like this is not a bad step into the ecosystem.
Yeah. And Robert, yeah, the spend cap is kind of the problem. I will not contest that the spend cap is a problem, but have you met manufactured spenders? Have you seen what they do?
No, the spend cap is how you keep this card alive. I'm sorry,
I understand.
It's not a problem.
That's the point that I was trying to make.
I'm talking to Robert, Matthew, not you. Not every comment that comes out of my mouth is directed towards you. Drink your juice, Shelby. Do you know that reference?
No.
Okay, it's Steel Magnolias from the 80s. Like, I'd rather keep the card alive than let the manufactured spend crowd kill it in a year because they're running $300,000 of spend through the card.
Yeah, no. That $7,000 cap was put right at buying groups. Was put right at the various other means. So I think it's a specialty card. I think it's a card that, when utilized properly, especially in a membership reward earning setup, or if you're in an all cash back setup, like the fact that it will stack with Rakuten and they pay out the cash every quarter, like you have to wait till the end of the quarter and you have to hit like the minimum amount, because I still have some money sitting, or I still have some points and money sitting there that I just can't cash out because I haven't made a Rakuten purchase in a little while, which is a pain, but you can do pretty well.
You should be able to with Amex offers.
Amex offers, yes. It wouldn't be possible, I don't think, with like Mileage Plus X or United Dining or anything like that, because the card has to be enrolled in the dining program. So as soon as you enroll that card into another dining program, you're hosed.
Yeah. And
it would only get 1% back. Restaurant gift cards, when the restaurant does promos, up to 40% back in bonuses for buying gift cards. Hard to pass that up. That return. Yeah.
And I understand if you say there's a local restaurant you like that happens to be in this program, right? Like, I get it if you like the restaurant, but the way people are talking of like, I go to Olive Garden and buy $500 of gift cards. I don't even like them. I just want the points. I'm like, yeah, but you just spent $500, dumbass. Like, at some point, like, your hacking of things has made you dumber and poorer. And this country cannot afford to be either dumber or poorer. So stop.
I don't know, man. I think the bottom can keep falling out. I don't want it to.
When it affects me, because stuff I like is taken away, that's when I get pissy.
It's fair. So yeah, think of this as in baseball terms, it's a loogie or a pinch hitter or a pinch runner. I think I was just calling it a specialty cards.
Every time a pitcher gets at first base and they're like, no, you are too expensive to run.
Yes. Have a good night, Texas Dog. Thank you so much. We have one other thing to go over. This kind of broke today. I haven't had time to do a video on it, and I don't know that I'm going to do a video on it just yet, but we've got Alaska and Hawaiian. We have news that their combined loyalty program is launching on October 1st. So
there's a lot happening in October.
Lots happening into October. October is going to be a busy month. So remember last year when this purchase was made final, and on the podcast I said, they will be able to devalue the program the day after they're legally allowed to. Yeah, October 2nd. The whole new program is just going to be the deval, basically.
Yeah.
Be prepared. Get ready for that. So the new combined loyalty program for Alaska Airlines and Hawaiian Airlines will be unveiled in August. The new premium card is also supposedly going to be unveiled in August, as per the earnings call that Alaska just did, because they have to do their quarterly earnings. Miles and status will come along as well, and their values won't change. The week before, members' actions will be limited as they migrate the system. So this is the timeline. June 30th, Hawaiian Miles partnership changes. Those have already happened. Any partnerships that Hawaiian Miles already had, those ended. The new combined loyalty program is unveiled in August. Hawaiian Miles remain unchanged. Late September, Hawaiian Miles member actions will be limited several days prior to October 1st, 2025, as they migrate accounts. More details will be shared in August. And then Hawaiian Miles fully transitions into the combined loyalty program membership and miles transfer to no program on October 1st. What you expect, you'll still earn miles on Hawaiian Airlines and Alaska Airline flights. Your miles and status will retain their values as they move with you to the new program. The Hawaiian Airlines World Elite MasterCard and benefits will continue without interruption for now. Hawaiian Miles accounts access will be limited the week before October 1st as they migrate accounts. And other important details, you may continue to redeem miles for first class, business class upgrades on Hawaiian Airlines operated flights through late September. In the combined loyalty program, upgrades with miles will be unavailable. However, you will still redeem miles for a first class ticket or pay for an upgrade. So upgrades with miles will be unavailable. There's your first nerf.
Is it a nerf if you're actually creating a new program, right? Like, the entire thing is being changed because they're taking two programs and making one new one. So, like, if you just transferred a bunch of miles because you thought you were about to, win the proverbial lottery, like, that was silly. Like, I don't know why you did that. That was silly.
Yeah. Transferring the miles over and then transferring them into Alaska made a certain amount of sense to those who did it. That's fine. You knew the risks you were taking on. Upgrades in the new program. Well, since it's a new program, I don't know that you can call it a nerf because, it is a whole new program. But This is the first change. Yeah.
Words have meaning. We should use them.
That's fair. The last day to redeem Hawaiian Miles for Marriott Bonvoy points will be August 20th, 2025. Once you've linked your Hawaiian Miles account to Alaska Mileage Plan, you can continue to earn and transfer Bonvoy points to Mileage Plan miles. And when the combined loyalty program is launched, any Hawaiian Miles you haven't converted will be moved for you. That's not bad. And then the Hawaiian Airlines credit card will continue to function as it does today. There are no changes to the Hawaiian Airlines credit card program or your card member benefits, except that after September 30th, 2025, miles earned on the card will go to your new single loyalty account rather than to Hawaiian Miles. Cool. And you can still
changing the name of the loyalty program? Like, have they come up with a catchy new name for the two programs, or do you think we'll get that in August?
We will get that in August. Yeah. Your ability to transfer your miles between Hawaiian Miles and Mileage Plan is still 1-to-1. You're good there. And linking accounts to instantly match status from Hawaiian to Alaska is still available to you. So you're good there. Jason just wants the new premium card released already. It's coming in. You'll get details in August. QC Man, remember when hitting pitchers put on warm-up jackets when they got on first base? I remember Daisung Ku. I remember that great hilarity. But yes, the pitchers wearing jackets was always funny. Jason's not worried about his 100K miles. He moved to Alaska from Amex. Yeah, that's fine. You're being moved from the legacy program to an improved program, and improved does not always mean better. So yes, words and quotation marks have meanings.
Yes, I know.
Leandre, Hawaiian loyalty program.
Honestly, it's not the worst name I've heard.
Halloween.
Well done.
Appreciate that. So we're gonna stop sharing there.
You know how a couple of weeks ago, actually probably 2-3 months ago at this point, you and I were having a conversation. Man, there's been a lot of news. I really hope this summer we get more news, so it makes the podcast flow a little better when there's more news. Matt, from about August to December, I have a feeling we're gonna look at each other and go, maybe this is too much news.
I like too much news because like I make my very small amount of money here on YouTube through news. So I'm more news.
Yes, but there's going to be moments where we're like, can you just pace it out a little bit?
Oh, the funniest thing is just going to be me sitting there going like, "Hey, Wells, come on."
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to have the video where you have to like talk to Welsh directly of like, okay, Amex has done a thing, and Chase has done a thing, and Citi has done a thing, and Capital One has done a thing, and Credit One has done a thing, and Cardless has done a thing, and Synchrony has done a thing. Why haven't you done a thing yet? I'm waiting for that video.
Chuck, David, join me on camera too.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that.
T-Mobile assimilated my fiber to the home provider Metronet today, so we'll have to deal with T-Mobile again, whether I like it or not. I am sorry.
I'd rather have T-Mobile than Comcast, though, or Spectrum.
All bad options.
So when I lived in Providence, Rhode Island, I had Verizon Fios. I miss Verizon Fios so bad, and I can't get it. And I will probably never be able to get it again. But for a few shining months, when it was put into my building, I had it, and it was so good. Matt, don't gloat. It's rude.
If I ever move out of this space, I will not be able to get Fios 2 gig anymore.
Fiber to the home. I miss it so much. I miss it so much. It was great.
So those be the card news. Yep, Keith, your experiences with Spectrum make me want to never ever deal with them.
Yeah, no, they're terrible.
So that's the news that we have for today. We had the Southwest changes. So the Southwest changes were leaked yesterday by way of referral link. So like I used Chase's website for my video today, and I'm just like, okay, this is as legit as it's gonna be. Like everything's here. Yes, AP. Kevin Union, 2025 is the year annual fee increase. Yeah. It's
so always somebody said earlier that we're leaving the golden age of credit cards, and I think we're leaving an age, right? Like you had the great dying in the prehistoric records of like a bunch of species just got killed off, and then you had the Cambrian explosion, right? Like you had a burst of creativity in life. I think you kind of have to go through that cycle of things kind of suck for a little while for credit card companies to then go, oh, let's reintroduce the Zinc card. Like, you know what I mean? Like you have to have periods that are maybe less fun to get the companies to do things that are better. Now, for somebody like me, not a whole lot is going to change whether it's good or bad. I just might pay more, right? Or I might cut one card. So like for people like me, it's not bad. If you're a maximizer, you're not going to have a good time. And I hope that your therapy bill is well paid. But like, this is kind of the cycle of things. You have up years and you have down years. And machine learning is trying to kill churners. I kind of am okay with that. Like, I'm sorry. I want most of the hacks filled. Like I do. That's just my point of view. So the beatings will continue until morale improves.
Yeah, there's that. I don't know. Machine learning is about to.
It's about to kill the easy ways to churn.
It will be a cat and mouse game. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be fixed in I'm not going to say in the next 3 years there will be no more churning. No. But I do think over the next 10 years things will get more there will be a more sophisticated call and response with it, where somebody comes up with something new, advertises it, and here's the big thing with the major churners and the manufacturer spend crowd and all of that. They will try to find ways to like once they find a hack, they then put it on the internet. And once it's on the internet, like it's only a matter of time before it's found out.
AP, I would love to hear like why you think that. I genuinely am amused by that.
I mean, randomly applying for a credit card on a bet.
Right, but like I'm not. So, will I apply for something for a sub? Yes, but like I keep 85% of my cards long term. As long as the annual fee doesn't go up. Like I'm not somebody who's like the cashback cards I got, I don't even care if I hit the subs. Like I'm not getting them for the subs. I'm getting them for the categories. Like usually the AA card is the exception of I was trying to prove Matt wrong and it bit me in the ass. And now I'm using my IHG. I have gotten one sub this year.
Is that the AA?
IHG.
Okay, so you'll get two.
But here's the thing. I don't consider it churning if you're getting a sub for a program you're in and you're keeping the card. Churning is I'm getting a card purely for the sub, and then as soon as I can get rid of the card, I'm getting rid of the card. Like my Hilton Business, you can pry that card out of my cold dead hands. Like that to me isn't churning. That's just getting a sub.
Yeah, if you're going out of your way to go grab the, Emergy cards, and then after the Emergy cards, you're getting the Alliant card for whatever welcome offer you can get out of that, and then you're going to First National Bank of, Floridistan, then you're good. Then
right.
The next bank, the next bank, the next bank.
I agree that like me getting the business green was purely for MR points. Like I fully admit that. But I've done that like 3 times out of the almost 20 credit cards that I've had in my last 5 years. Like it's just not what I typically do. And honestly, I probably, if Amex introduces the above the platinum card, there's probably almost no way I'm going to meet that spend with how my life is going to be in the next year. I'll probably just product change from the platinum and get all of the shit for it. But oh well.
I mean, unless it's a 500,000 MR point welcome offer.
But if I can't meet the spend, it doesn't matter if it's a 2 billion point welcome offer. I'm not going to take out a loan to meet a minimum spend on a credit card.
2 billion points. That is many points.
You just have to give them a kidney. That's all.
I like my kidneys. I need them in case I start drinking again. Sorry, just checking.
I did not get it for the points. I got it for to prove a point, and then I had to figure out how to use the points. There's a difference. That card was not a churn. That card was a bet gone wrong or a point gone wrong.
That card was RJ woke up the next morning next to a thing going, oh no.
That was Coyote Ugly. That's what that was.
Yes. Your ability to get subs beyond turners, even those who hold card. Yeah. No, that's going to be fair.
I also don't like, I am to a point where my credit card setup is such that I really don't care about subs at this point. I genuinely do not. I want the points that my cards will earn, but I don't necessarily care about subs. I have the card because I have to keep it to get, like, I got the card. I might as well get the points and take the DC trip that I'm about to take. It has not physically come yet. My US bank cards and the AA card hasn't physically gotten to my house yet. Which is kind of annoying. I have my 2 wallets or my 3 wallets on my desk to like resort what card goes where. And I can't until I get the 3 cards in the mail. I'm hoping they come tomorrow.
They can't find you.
I do live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
Yep.
We put a new roof on the house a couple years ago. I don't need a new roof. And we just redid a bunch of shit, so I don't have anything for that either.
Just start moving. Just randomly move.
Are you going to finance that? Because that's not happening.
Me? No. Bridge Banter? Maybe.
Yes, you guys should check out Bridge Banter. Go to bridgebanter.com and it'll redirect you to our YouTube link.
Yes. We are putting up episode 2 on Monday, and the episodes will now be broken out into the mini episodes as well. So
yes,
it'll
be very fun. It is very fun to do. I don't care if people watch, Matt. I just care that we get to talk Star Trek. I would love people to watch, but it is very fun.
I would like more people to watch just so that, eventually I can talk about toasters.
Matt, do the voice.
Which one?
Oh God, no.
Oh God, no.
No, I will. No. That card is gone 365. Because I don't need it. I do not need. The one thing I will say, the only upside other than the 50,000, and Matt and I have talked about this, is because Barclays is going to Citi because of the AA card, I get to experience what that changeover is, which will help it for the podcast. So I will be able to comment on the podcast about that changeover from Barclays to Citi. So that is helpful from a podcast perspective of how does this changeover go? What card officially do I get put on? Do I get a choice? How the transfer goes, getting the Citi account, all of that. Do I think it's going to be a problem? Not really, but at least I'll have some ability to comment on it because nobody else on the podcast, I think, has this card. I don't think Kid has it. So I will be able to comment on that.
Yeah.
I could see him doing it, but
he'll probably.
Yeah, it's been a week from today, QC, and I do not have it. But so there's a difference between grabbing something occasionally and being a churner. I think being a churner is to do it repetitively. I think grabbing something occasionally is different.
So for churning, think of it as when the ink train was alive and well, right? January, open ink card number 1. April, open ink card number 2. July, open ink card number 3. October, open ink card number 4. January, close ink card number 1, open ink card number 5. April, closing card number 2, open ink card number 6. That is the cycle of churning that when churning is mentioned, that is more in line with what you would think of as churning, because you're always working that welcome offer. There's always a carousel. There's always something being done. Whereas opening a card, grabbing a welcome offer, not doing anything for 6 months, opening another card, sure, you've opened a couple of cards, but there's probably a more targeted reason for that card. The just freewheeling, churning is like a flywheel. Everything comes into it, everything gets spit back out.
Yeah, I have a decent number of spend, but that's over 12 months. I do not have the spend where if you have to spend above $10,000 in 3 months, that I'm gonna hit it. So I have hit big welcome offers. I hit the business platinum welcome offer because we were redoing our kitchen. So I had the spend to do it. But my everyday spend, I don't want them. I do not want to have to spend X number of dollars in X number of months, typically. Which is why the 2 US bank cards I got, I don't know if I'm going to hit the sub on them. I'm just going to spend on them. If I hit the sub, awesome. If I don't hit the sub, oh well. But those cards I didn't get for the sub, I got because I wanted the cash back for certain categories because of certain life events. Those cards, I did not get a sub on the Surpass. I was in pop-up jail. I took it anyway. that card is a keeper. It'll be upgraded to an Aspire, but that account is staying. The Hilton Business I got for the 5X. I also got the elevated sub, which is I think why I got that card. Like it was in an elevated period, so the rules are a little looser. The IHG card is a keeper that I got on the elevated welcome offer. But again, I wanted the card. I could get it because it was elevated, so that's how I got it. But my last, other than the business green, the last like the AA card and the business green are the only two cards in the last 10 months that I've opened that I have no intention of keeping. So it's like I'm not opening cards, hitting sub, closing. Like that's, I'm opening cards because I want something from that card, and if I like, and I'm trying to hit all of the subs. But that's not really churning. That's just what the credit card community is. So I don't see it as me like churning because I'm keeping them. Like I'm the US Bank. The only thing I might do is, depending on how well the Shoppers Cash works out, I might put it down to a Cash Plus. But I also might just eat the $95 and keep it. So like if it works out well, because it can work out in a couple of categories. So it really just depends on how well it fits, or if I just say, oh, I opened these cards, but I did end up using my Hilton for everything. So, you know.
Yep. Autograph Journey is fine, but yeah, I'm still curious as to what's going on over there in Silenceville in San Francisco.
I think the Autograph Journey is a great card if you do a lot of actual traveling.
Yeah.
Like if you're somebody who road trips a lot, if you're somebody who like whatever partner Wells Fargo has that you like if you're into one of their partners heavily and you have like work travel, that card can be really, really useful. But you have to have a partner. Like, yes, you can cash it out. Matt likes to talk about that. I will respect his opinion there. I think if you have the autograph, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like it's just not. I wouldn't have both of them.
Don't have. I think Autograph Beyond is probably going to be a card that you can hold Autograph and supplement Autograph Beyond with Autograph. Autograph does not supplement Autograph Journey enough, aside from being 3x gas and 3x phone and 3x streaming. But it's not enough.
Yeah.
Would be more interested in something that has lounges and travel insurance. Yeah. The Alaska Premium card is supposedly coming. And Alaska is looking to become more of a global brand. So
the Beyond is going to be really interesting when it comes out.
I am setting my expectations below the floor. I have Boimler level. No, I don't have Boimler level expectations, because if I have Boimler level expectations, oh my God, my heart.
You have your Rutherford and the Jeffries tubes with Wells Fargo. Because you know it's true. I had no luck applying for Alaska. What should I expect once Alaska shuts down? I don't know. Do you think they're gonna transfer the cards into an Alaska card now?
We haven't heard anything yet, which is weird because like the big thing in January was the Barclays cards are going to get sold at the end of the year to Citi. And when we knew that this deal had closed and we knew that Alaska was going to come out with a premium card, the big question was then like, what's going to happen with the Hawaiian cards? And they've been really cagey about it. And they went out of their way to say like, oh yeah, if you have the Hawaiian cards, they're just going to continue to earn into the new program. So I think they're just going to let them be for now. But I can't imagine that they've signed a contract with Barclays. Yeah, I think they'll end up getting rebranded for at least a year, probably 2 or 3. But I don't know. And the Hawaiian cards, this would be going to Bank of America. That's the other thing that's holding it up, because the Alaskan cards are Bank of America. Bank of America, to my knowledge, isn't really jumping into travel They have travel cards. They have airline cards, but I don't know how much deeper into travel they're going to get.
Yeah, Bank of America is sort of like, it's like the Rover in some forms of softball and baseball. It's like it's a position that is just different from everything else.
Yeah. They will do what they're going to do. They have their program. Their program works very well. Their program is very hard to duplicate, so they get to own the niche.
Mm-hmm.
And they've taken time. They've taken losses. They've perfected the program for them. And any other bank that tries to step in doesn't understand the level of complexity that the level of nuance that this program needs, that particular style of program needs. Nacho Rogan mentions B of A has a lot of travel cards. So yes, they do have a good number of co-branded cards. They have the Alaska cards. They have the Alaska cards. They've got the Free Spirit card for Spirit. They've got the KLM Flying Blue Air France card.
Mm-hmm.
They've got those 3 co-brands. They did have the Sonesta card that got discontinued. Now they do have the Premium Rewards Elite and the Premium Rewards cards at $550 and $95. Those aren't they are their in-house cards, and the Travel Rewards card, but those are all set to Platinum Honors and stuff like that. So like, yes, they do have travel cards, but like they don't have travel systems the way that Chase and Citi and Capital One and everybody else does, because of the background that they do with preferred rewards and Platinum Honors and stuff like that. That relationship accelerating your earning is unique to Bank of America. We just saw U.S. Bank try to copy it, and that ship got blown up real quick.
Yeah, because I think that's not a program you can just wholesale plug in. You kind of almost have to piecemeal it until it's there.
Yeah. U.S. Bank speed ran trying to do it, and they didn't do very well. Now, they do have travel cards. They have cards associated with travel, and I'm not going to disagree that they don't. I'm not going to say that they don't. But they have like 3 co-brands. The biggest is the Alaska card. Then they've got the Free Spirit card. Then they've got the Air France card. I feel like there's at least one I'm missing from Bank of America.
They have some cruise cards, don't they?
Yes, and I want to say they have Norwegian.
Sure.
It's Norwegian or Royal Caribbean. It's one of those 2. But they are not. They're not into travel and taking your points or taking your cash back that you've earned and converting it into points. That is not their interest. Hate to close the Hawaiian card as we're coming up on year 3 with it. If it has the potential to switch over to Alaska Airlines, so it's going to continue. They're not closing the card anytime soon. They're letting it move into the new program when the new program launches in October, and so they're going to let it stay. I just don't know for how long the Barclay card is going to be there, because maybe Bank of America buys out the rest of the back book after doing some due diligence, unlike another issuer out there that I'm sure is not doing any due diligence with the way that Barclays is just handing out credit cards.
I don't know how I got in on that one.
Yeah. So like, Bank of America will go over things with a fine-tooth comb if they're going to buy the Hawaiian cards.
Yeah.
Citi and Barclays, I guess, have a price preconditioned or pre-agreed to price, and Barclays is like, oh, we've got the pre-agreed to price, cool. You get a card, you get a card, you get a card, you get a card. You want an aviator? Go for the aviator. You want the silver? Go for the silver. Do you need a silver? I'll give you a silver. You're good. What do you want? Invite only card that has like a $600 annual fee that nobody's heard about? Here. That's the way they're approaching this right now.
Yeah.
Barclays will take just about anyone. Yeah. I could probably go apply for like two or three more Barclays cards tonight if I wanted to. Do I want to? No. I'm still mad at them.
Oh, man.
Well, also I don't fly American, and I don't fly Alaska, and I don't fly Hawaiian, so I could go get the JetBlue Plus card, but there's already one of my.
You could go get the Premier card. It's such a good one.
Good at crushing my soul.
Yeah, I really wish that was a better card for you. Like, I really do. I'm sorry it wasn't.
The one thing that's been pissing me off this year is that, like, y'all have time. All the banks, they have time. You can build suspense. You can, like, do anticipation. You can start a marketing campaign. You don't have to say, oh, it's changing this date and then release it immediately with just being bad.
Yeah.
Because they could have announced the Barclays card, Barclays JetBlue could have announced that, the premium card was going to come in Q3 because the lounges weren't going to be ready until Q4. They could have had all of Q1 and Q2 to do research for this card and then implement the card in Q3. But no.
They could have.
No, they didn't. And that was a choice.
They did not.
It was a terrible, terrible choice. So there you go. Anyway, we're coming up on an hour and a half. We've covered the news, as much news as there was. I mean, the Southwest cards we kind of had to cover. The Alaska program, just highlighting that is merging, is kind of important. And the Rakuten card is like one of the only good cards that have come out this year. It's not a great card. It's a good card.
Yeah, I think it's a good pickup for a lot of people. And I think sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah. Sadly, it might be one of the best cards that has launched this year, but that's just because this year has not been good for credit card launches.
It is not, no.
So, there you go. Any other questions? Do we get anything for the live in the Discord? Let me double check. I don't remember.
We got some photos. I do love I love a good photo. Any comments from the peanut gallery? We are always happy to go there.
Y'all are not peanuts.
The peanut gallery. I love a good peanut gallery.
As long as we don't call them nuts. Peanut. There you go. Yeah, so we got what we got on the schedule. We've got next week is Stack Your Points on Monday. We've also got we're going to get this.
I mean, you got to give us a topic to go off on, Keith.
Floor is open. I don't know how long the floor is open, but the floor is currently open.
I mean, we can't go off topic if y'all don't give us a topic to go off on. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Loving that the Barclays cards will not get properly sent to Stovocor. The American Airlines ones.
Yeah, here's the thing, like, American is fine, United is fine, Delta is fine. It's just sort of what poison do you like? It's like what, like, Scotch, bourbon, and whiskey, right? Like, they're all basically the same. It's just which one do you enjoy drinking? Like, and for some people, it is bourbon. For some people it's Scotch only. Some people it's whiskey only. Yes, I understand that there is overlap in those categories. I do understand this. I'm using just 3 that I had in head. So it really just depends. Some people really like both Scotch and bourbon. So there's that, right? So they're fine. It's just what you pick. I am watching baseball. I've started to care, and the Red Sox are Red Soxing right now, so there is always that.
Oh, they're off today, so that helps.
They are off for today. But I have their so my calendar on my phone has the Red Sox schedule and the Packers schedule, so I always know who they're playing, even if I'm not able to watch, which is always nice.
The Mets are Metsing. They had a terrible June, and so we'll see what they end up doing. But I lost Felix Bautista today on my fantasy team, and life is almost not worth living on my fantasy team at this point because it's just
the A's are smacking the crap out of the Astros right now.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good because I picked up the Astros pitcher today. Oh no.
Well, it's 5-0, bottom 7.
Oh no.
Jays are up 11-4, or I'm sorry, they beat Tigers 11-4. Oof.
Any day that's not a Scuba
Matt.
day is not worth living. No, Scoobs isn't pitching. Oh no, I did not pick up Houston's pitcher today. Good. I picked up Logan Evans, who's on Seattle. All right, never mind. We're fine. We're fine. I still have hope.
Matt's existential crisis is gone for a moment.
Okay, that's fine. Logan Evans can really only hurt me a little bit.
The Sox are above 500. They're 55-49 right now, and they're 6.5 back of the Jays. So, like, we're okay, but they're Red Soxing right now.
QC Man mentioned South Park takedown of you know who. I haven't watched yet.
I genuinely have not watched it yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to go in and watch it. I like that they have Saddam'd, and we'll see when the lawsuit drops. I'm sure it will be in the next 24, 48 hours. That will be a bogus lawsuit.
Ooh,
so we'll see.
That's a good question, Keith.
Would I go to London to watch the Mets and Phillies series in 2026? I have to double check when, but I wouldn't mind doing it, although paying those taxes is going to suck. But I have enough points probably to do it, so I could probably take my partner and the little one. How she would respond to a transatlantic flight, I don't know, because it's one thing to fly to Detroit. It's a whole other thing to fly across the ocean.
At least we're on the right coast to do it.
Yes. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Southwest
Business. A positive change.
Yeah, primary CW is always good. Just as long as you don't live in New York, that's fine. Because primary CW means nothing here.
No, which is why I don't really care much about travel insurance, simply because of New York.
Man, I hate to say this, I was surprised that they played defense up until this point.
Yeah, Paramount CBS sale.
Yeah, that was after they fired Colbert.
Yeah.
Ghost Rose admittedly not kept up with them, just looked and, they're 6 games up in first. Well, I mean, the AL West is not particularly competitive. It's the Astros and Rangers. And then the other 2 teams are the Angels, who are terrible, and the A's, who John Fisher's basically a criminal.
I love sports where Houston, Texas is the West. Like, I love that about sports. Like, I genuinely love that.
I mean, if Eugene could carry a baseball team, it'd be fine. If you go to London, a daytime departure out of New York is the way to do it. Much easier to adjust to the time zone change when you don't lose a night's sleep. That is fair. Also, if I go to London, if I do the London trip, I am absolutely booking something lie flat. Don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I'm going to book lie flat.
Money, typically.
Money, points. I've got 300,000 between 2 programs. I can figure it out.
Oh, no, you spend money to get points, and then you spend points on the thing. Money.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Money. Could always fly to Dublin to avoid most of the taxes. That is fair.
The border between Ireland and Northern Ireland is an adventure and a journey these days.
I'll figure it out. I can fly to Charles de Gaulle and just Eurostar up.
There's that too.
I have not been to Paris. If you go daytime, it doesn't matter as much. Leave around 8 a.m. to get in around 8 p.m. Okay. No, that makes a certain amount of sense. Don't forget the Dallas Cowboys in the NFC East. Oh, Nacho. No.
I don't forget the Dallas Cowboys because we beat them in the playoffs.
No. Do you remember when the Arizona Cardinals were in the NFC East?
I love football. I don't know if I don't know what's going on with 524. Like, I don't know what's going on with 524, because sometimes I think they want to get rid of it, but I don't think they know how to get rid of it.
Given the refresh, will Chase be lax on 524? I would say, and yes, I'm wearing a Cubs hat. I bought it at Wrigley. I will wear most teams' hats, wear most teams' jerseys. I would say if it's limited time offer, if it's marked as limited time offer or new benefits, they'll be a little bit more lax to get people signing up for the card. If it is the standard offer and a long time, like, this just doesn't change very often, like, I don't know, Sapphire Preferred offer up until they changed to 75K, then there's going to be stricter boundaries there. So I would go with, if you are looking to get the card now, you could take a shot now. If you get immediately rejected and there's no hard pull, wait 9 days. Wait until the 1st, which the 1st is only 8 days away anyway. So for you, I think you can go either way. Risk it tonight. If you don't get it tonight, wait 8 days. That's fine. Friends don't let friends fly to Charles de Gaulle. That's fair. I just don't know of any flights that I could do into Orléans. But I could fly into Orléans. Or just fly into Dublin. It'll be fun.
Fly into Edinburgh.
I could fly into Edinburgh. That'd be fun. The last time I did that, though, I had to fly down to Philly, and then I flew to Shannon, and then I flew from Shannon to Edinburgh, and I'm not doing that again.
That is a little much.
Yeah. Every team in the NFL has beat the Cowboys in the playoffs. I can tell you one team that has not. That would be the New York Jets, because they don't meet in the playoffs.
They do have a Super Bowl, though.
Yeah, somehow. How about when the Braves were in the NL West, that 92 pennant race, when they beat out the 102 win Giants was a classic. Yeah, baseball was wacky. That's because of, like, they were in the NL West because they were previously in Milwaukee, and from the move from Milwaukee to Atlanta, they just stayed in the West for balance. Because reasons. But there were only two divisions. There was the East and the West. There was no Central at the time. So you had things like the Cubs were in the NL East. The Reds were in the NL East. The Cardinals were in the NL East, because the East-West divide in the NL was literally the continental divide for a while. Although how the Braves in Milwaukee were in the NL West, I don't remember. But there was a way it happened.
I love baseball. It's wacky. It's so much fun.
Yep. Virgin has business class seats in their metal starting at $27K. Yep, with multiple seats available on the flights. It's dynamic pricing, so it goes up from there and quickly. Yeah. So I will look into that at some point. I have to see when that series is, and just kind of go from there and convince my partner to do it. Eurostar is super cheap if you buy tickets over 6 months out. That could be a good plan. Yeah.
June 8th and 9th. Oh, that was 24. Never mind.
Guess
that doesn't help me. Yeah, it's not out yet.
Yeah.
I don't like I think we should bring back, pitchers have to hit, always. I miss, make pitchers baseball players again.
Yes.
I'm a Red Sox fan. I'm an AL baseball person. That's where I spend most of my focus on. I think we should bring back pitchers who are actual baseball players. That's what I would like. I think we've specialized kids way too young into one sport, and we're ruining sports because of it.
Do you really want Jordan Hicks standing in the batter's box?
I mean, there's a lot of pitchers I don't want standing in the batter's box, but there's a lot of pitchers that I don't think are very good athletes either. I mean, look at the history of Red Sox pitchers. Did I really want Curt Schilling in a batter's box? No.
I would beat him.
Oh, yeah, but when he was a Red Sox, I did not want that.
I guess that's fair. Day's not out yet. It's probably the first weekend in June.
Yeah.
Then apply for the Aviator, get approved. Then apply for the Pathfinder, hopefully get approved all tonight. That's it. Famous last words.
That's a lot of things, man. That is so many things. Good luck. You got one of them.
Godspeed. Just know that if you fail at the Southwest, if you have to do it again in 8 days, that the Aviator and the Pathfinder won't be on your credit report. The hard pulls will be there. That might be an issue, but Chase doesn't particularly care about the pulls as much as they care about the approved cards. So
once you're red for pulls, you can't get more red than that.
No, it only goes down from there. I had one of my pulls like expire not too long ago, so that was cool.
No, pitchers should have to actually like be baseball players. I'm sorry, they should make them actually be baseball players.
When they're drafted, they're generally two-way guys.
And I'm sorry, like we need to like make kids not specialize so young. Like we're making 8-year-olds pick one sport to play for the rest of their lives. It's batshit.
Broken fingers because they can't bunt. Well, learn some fundies. Listen to Keith. Learn some fundies.
All right, Matt. I think we have hit the end. Yep. It's 10:06 on the East Coast, so I think we can have an early one tonight.
Yes. Arnally mentions took Eurostar on a trip we took that included Iceland. Ooh, $99 for one way on WOW Airlines, out of business now. Yeah, but there's also like Norse, but they're pulling out of North America. There's a couple of Play is the other one. London and Paris flights total were like $450 for me and my partner round trip. Nice. All right. Anyway, that's going to do it for this round of Stack Your Live. We appreciate everyone coming out. As always, we will be back with Stack Your Points next Wednesday and Friday. The mailbag episode drops tomorrow. Mini mailbags and mini topics will be Monday and Tuesday. Check us out on Bridge Banter. Our next episode drops on Monday morning for that. It's already edited, so it's a nice one. You can check out my channel, Matt Clausen. News usually drops over there, and I might do a live at some point. We'll see. I don't know. I'm busy. But thanks, everyone, for your time. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.